Where's my daughter?
My daughter was just playing by the RV when she vanished, without a trace in the blink of an eye. At the same time, that RV drove away. Without a doubt, the RV was our prime suspect. I immediately called the police. Soon enough, they found the RV in the woods and dragged the man inside out. But no matter how hard they pressed him about the girl's whereabouts, he wouldn't say a word. We had no choice but to conduct a thorough search of the woods, but came up empty-handed. The forensic team found no evidence of kidnapping in the vehicle. With insufficient evidence, the guy with glasses was released after 24 hours in custody. When I heard the news, I furiously floored it to the police station. Ignoring the officers trying to stop me, I grabbed the man and demanded to know where my daughter was. But then, he whispered to me, "Your kid was crying so loud." That made me even angrier. It was a blatant taunt. I told the police what he'd said to me, insisting he was the kidnapper, but they were skeptical and just filed a report. Since no one else heard it, there was no one to back up my story. I went home furious, looking at my wife, crying her eyes out every day, and my son worried sick about his sister. I felt completely helpless. I knew I couldn't just sit around and do nothing. That night, I went to the guy's house, initially just to keep watch, but then I caught him walking his dog, and the sick bastard was actually hanging the dog up for fun. It made me even more terrified for my daughter's safety. Then, out of nowhere, he started humming my daughter's favorite song. Enraged, I pulled out my gun and went after him. The next day, I brought my friend to my father's old house. His daughter had also disappeared that same day. Behind the cops' backs, we locked the guy up there and beat the hell out of him. But even beaten half to death, he wouldn't say a single word. We were at our wits' end. My friend's wife figured if being tough wasn't working, maybe we should try being gentle. She removed his blood-soaked hood, comforted the barely conscious man with tears in her eyes, and showed him pictures of our adorable daughters trying to appeal to whatever conscience he might have left. When he remained unmoved, she even untied his hands, giving him back his freedom. But the second she did, he fought back, trying to escape through the window. Luckily, my friend and I were right next door and quickly subdued him. I decided to seal him up in the bathtub with wooden boards. His space was cramped, pitch black. I put photos on the door to remind myself not to pity him. I'd rigged the water heater so it only produced scalding hot or ice-cold water. I couldn't kill him. I could only torture him until he talked.